Today, I'm going to show you a complete beginner's guide of iOS 26 Beta 3. This is soon going to be available for a public beta, and you'll be able to install it on your phone and test out the latest features. I'm going to show you some of my favorite tips, tricks, and hidden features allowing you to leave this video as an iOS 26 Beta 3, soon to be public beta, expert. Let's get started. So the first thing you can see once you install iOS 26 is you get this brand new design interface. This brand new design interface is called Liquid Glass, and it works across all of the Apple operating systems, including iOS 26 here. You can see that it says hello in various languages, and it has this glass effect on the background there with all the different languages popping up. And all you have to do to get started is just swipe up. And then you can go ahead and enter your iPhone passcode. I'll do this off camera to maintain privacy. And then our software update is complete. I can press this blue continue button at the very bottom. It wants to join our Wi-Fi network, so we're good to go to connect to the internet there. And then we'll press the blue continue button and move on to the next stage here. So it processes, it makes sure we're connected. Next up, it wants us to know if we want to connect to things like Apple Pay, so you can pay wireless or with tap to pay, contactless payments, or online securely with Apple Pay. I'm going to go ahead and press this bottom button here that says set up later, but if you do want to activate your cards, your credit cards and your debit cards, so you can pay using Apple Pay in retail stores or restaurants or while you're shopping online, you can go ahead and press this blue continue button and insert your credit card or debit card details. So I'll go ahead and say set up later, and we'll move on to the next phase here. So it'll think and it welcomes us to iOS 26. So you can see that new glass effect there. The welcome is transparent onto the background. You can see right through the text there as this glass background is, or this glass effect on the text is really incredible and a brand new design style for Apple. So we're gonna go ahead and swipe up to get started, and we're presented here with our lock screen. It wants us to set up cellular. I'm gonna press not now, but if you wanna set up cellular, you can. By default, this is what your home screen will look like on a brand new iOS 26 device. You'll have all of your icons placed in a row that look just like this, and your second page of icons just like this, along with all the apps that you have installed. So it's really exciting because we're going to take a first look at Liquid Glass on the new iOS 26 beta. So the first thing you'll notice is the lock screen. The lock screen now has this liquid glass approach on the time. You can see the time there is reflective, and it's really clever as you unlock your device. Now you can also see here, I'm going to unlock with Face ID there. Liquid glass is also in things like elements on the screen. For example, when looking at your notification center, you can scroll down here and you can see that it keeps a transparent mode just like that, which is pretty fascinating when you scroll down and you can see that all of your notifications right here. You can still see the background in this. It's really beautiful. So you can come up here, you can see that this is the brand new liquid interface, where you can, the liquid glass design, where you can see through the notifications and you can tap on any notification that you want to. You can also see liquid glass in the control center. So you can bring down control center by swiping down from the top right of the screen up here. You just swipe down from the top right, and the control center pops up just like this. And you'll notice that you can still see the background here. You see the icons and the background of the wallpaper. You can swipe down and you get this transparent blur effect where you still can see the dock icons on the back and then your app icons on the home screen. And it's really fascinating with this brand new design language. You can pop up another element and you still get that transparent, lucent, and blur effect in the background where you can see your home screen while we're taking a look at all the different elements here that are in Control Center. So Control Center has been completely redesigned to allow us to have this new liquid glass effect where all the icons look like they're on a piece of glass, and it's really beautiful and really sexy. And of course you've got the blur effect that makes it look like it's on top of another layered version of glass. So this is the all new liquid glass design, which is really fascinating here in iOS 26 with Beta 3. Now this is only going to be improved week after week as they perfect the software and make it even better, but this is just the start. Now, a cool thing that I want to share with you is, even looking at something like music, you can see the elements at the very bottom. So we can get notified about music offers. You can press this continue button if you want to, or I can say not now. So even at the very bottom, the app switch, the window here to move to a different element has been redesigned. You can see here when I tap on home, it pops and blurs that out. So this whole element where you'd have your pages at the very bottom to tap on a different app page has been designed with liquid glass in mind. And when you scroll, you can see the background and blurring effect there happening across the system level as you scroll down, which is really sexy. So you can move over to radio, you can scroll down, you can see the list there is behind the liquid glass, and you can kind of still see it. You can go to library and you can scroll and you can see some of the album artwork behind the glass there. So no matter what app you're in, especially all the default apps, they're going to have this liquid glass appeal to it. Another favorite is Safari. If we go to Safari here, and we start to scroll, so say we exit out, let's go to something like yahoo.com. If we go to yahoo.com and we start scrolling, you'll see at the very bottom here this liquid glass approach. It's got an ad, so the ad is white and you can't really see the blurring effect. Maybe if we tap on a something like a weather report here. So let's tap on the weather. It doesn't look like that opens. Maybe the history. So we tap on the history. So Safari is not a good example here. Maybe if we tried like TechCrunch. So TechCrunch also has an advertisement. We can exit out the advertisement. So when we scroll, you can see the bottom layer here of the website being in liquid glass format. Same if we scroll back to the Google page. The liquid glass approach takes, let's search TechCrunch one more time on Google this time. So you can see the liquid glass approach. This is what I wanted to show you. So if I scroll down here, you can see the image, but when I'm at the very top here, you can see the liquid glass is blurring out the very bottom of the page when I scroll. So that image pops up and the liquid glass blurs down the very bottom section of it, just like that. So when I scroll, you can see that liquid glass. So the liquid glass has been everywhere, across the entire operating system, whether you're in the music app or the Safari app. They have completely redesigned the FaceTime app. So you can tap on the FaceTime app and you get bubbles now, where you can share with your friend. You can tap and call someone back instantly. You can do a new call. Even when you do FaceTime, the interface has changed completely. So say I FaceTime Stan here, it starts to ring. You can see the buttons have been moved to the very bottom. So they're down here now. And even if I answer the call, so we'll go ahead and answer the call. You can see, I'm going to go ahead and mute. You can see that the buttons have been moved around. The reverse camera now is not a button outside of the camera face. If you want to turn the camera around, you have to tap your own image, which is a new version here. So that took me a while to find the first time. So you've got your FaceTime call here. You can turn your video on and off, your mute switch, and then your three options to get live captions. Live translation is a new feature that they've created where you can translate live calls as they speak, which is really cool. So say we want to transfer from Spanish, and then it downloads English and select a language. So then if that person was speaking a different language, they will be able to live translate that. The FaceTime would just show what they're saying over it. So that's really cool. So we've got that. Live captions is cool to transcribe a conversation if you want to hear if you want to read what they're saying. You've got screen sharing, share play. I will say I do like this interface a lot better, where it tells you what these icons are and gives you a little description of what they are compared to the old interface, where you just had to tap on an icon with a brief description. So this is really cool. You can see the progress of it downloading the languages at the very top there. But this is the new FaceTime. I'm going to go ahead and stop that, swipe that up. So this is the new FaceTime interface that they have in the liquid glass format. And we can go ahead and exit that out. So you can see they completely redesigned. You can even use this filter section to go to missed calls, video calls, voicemails, and spam. You can manage filtering, and it's really clever that they've completely redesigned the FaceTime app. Another app they redesigned is the phone app. So we can hit try this new look, and it creates this brand new phone interface that we have here. So we've got the dial pad, we've got calls. Now, one thing that's really cool is if we tap on here and we can check out this person's contact, the call history, their numbers and everything. And we can hold down here and we can message them, we can send a mail. So you've got various different versions here of the new call interface where you can see your contacts, the keypad, and more. So they've completely redesigned it. You can search for calls and more. So super cool that they've got this new phone application. We've recently launched a brand new AppFind Store at appfind.store. And you can get access to some incredible products for your Apple devices. And we're going to take a minute to take a look at all of these incredible products. Starting off with the AirPods case. You carry around your AirPods 2 all the time, and you can use this lovely case here to protect it and to add some style and color to it. So we can go ahead and open it up here and put it on our AirPods just like this. So it comes open and we can pull it out, and it's into two pieces here. So you've got the top piece, which covers the top part of the AirPods. You just slide it over like that, and it covers it just like that. Now, I put it on backwards. I'm going to flip it around. There we go. So that way, you can still have the hinge open up just like that. And now we've got the bottom piece. And the best part about this case is it lets you see the color LED light. So when you charge it or when you turn it on, the light comes on right there, and it lets you see without covering it up. So you can see the charging status or the pairing status just like that. And of course it comes with this little ring here that you can connect to your keychain or other devices. So there you go. That is the AirPods case for AppFind, a really cool product that you can now get using the AppFind Store. You can scroll down below, or you can go to appfind.store and get it today. Next up, we've got two variations of an Apple Watch band. And if you've got an Apple Watch out there, you can get a stylish band here. I can go ahead and open up the band there. I'll go ahead and open up this second one here. So it's got a nice little component here. You pull it open and you pull it down. And we've got two brand new bands that are now available in the AppFind Store for your Apple Watch. So you can bring your Apple Watch into play here, and all you have to do is disconnect them here and start. You've got them both kind of tied together in a way. So you can disconnect them both and then undo the band. And now we've got each Apple Watch band just like that. And now we can slide them on. So you may be wondering, how do you slide on an Apple Watch band? All you have to do is just slide it from the corner and slide it in. And just like that, we've slid in an Apple Watch band. Then we can take the other end and we can slide that in. And now we've got this brand new Apple Watch band attached to our Apple Watch. And here's another version of what it looks like. So you've got eye-popping colors here for your Apple Watch, your AirPods case, and then even better, we have them for the iPhone. So here we've got various cases for the iPhone. We've got the clear case, we've got a white case, a black case, and then even this blue, navy blue case color here. So I'm going to go ahead and open this up. And the best part about this blue MagSafe case is the fact that it wirelessly charges using MagSafe. So I can go ahead and pull the case out. I can bring in my iPhone, and I can go ahead and pop the iPhone in just like that. And now we've got our case protected. It's got a cutout here for our power button, and a cutout for the volume up, volume down, and the action button. So if you're still rocking an iPhone 15 and not upgrading this year, you can go ahead and get this case now. And keep an eye on the AppFind Store for the iPhone 16 cases that have the cutout button for the camera control. So that is the case, and you can see here we've got several other case designs. We can go ahead and open those up one by one and check them out. So we've got a MagSafe one, 15. This is really cool, a black case here. We've got a white case, so we can go ahead and open this up. We've got all kinds of colors, so you can check it out on the AppFind Store and pick whichever color you like best. And here we've got a clear one, so I'll go ahead and open up the clear one for you. Clear one, you can see right through it there. And there we go. So those are the case options we have for iPhone. We've got this white one, we've got a clear one, we've got the black one, and then this blue one here. So that's an overview of all of our brand new products at the AppFind Store. You can get the Apple Watch band, the AirPods case, or the iPhone case at appfind.store today, and it's really going to be awesome. You'll be able to set it up on your new device and be protected and have a stylish way. So these are all the new products that we have from the AppFind Store, and we hope you enjoy them as much as we do. Here's a quick look at the AppFind Store. You go to appfind.store and you can use the promo code AppFind to get 15% off your order. You can see all of the products we just checked out, and you can purchase whichever ones you like the most. And don't forget to use that promo code AppFind for 15% off your order. Now, one thing I do want to share in the phone application that's really cool, I don't know if I'm going to be able to demo this without a cell reception, but when you call, call Phil, if you call someone, it will allow you to record, or not record it. Well, you can do recording. I wonder if I can demo it on my other unit here. If you call someone, it will allow you to use AI to put yourself on hold. So I will give a demo really quick. I'm going to type in a phone number on a line that I have service. So when you do call someone, it will allow you to hit this more button right here. So here you have call recording, which you can record and transcribe and summarize that call. You've got live translation, and then a brand new feature that says hold assist, where you can tap this and it will hold the call and notify you when they pick up the call. So now you can use AI. You'll be notified when they pick up the call, and then you can instantly hop back on and say hello. So that's a really cool feature that they've embedded right here into iOS 26 that allows you to do hold assist, so you no longer have to wait for the customer support representative to pick up the phone. You can just have the AI hold assist right there, and then live translation, call recording, and more. So really cool feature that they've embedded right here in iOS 26. So I'll go ahead and end that call, and we'll come back over to our unit. So that's one cool feature that they've enabled within the phone app. Now, another cool thing that they've enabled is in settings here, you can go over to your phone app. So if you scroll down to the very bottom and you go to apps, and then you search for, they moved the search bar to the very bottom. So search bars in the iOS used to be at the very top. Now they're at the very bottom. You tap on it, you can search for phone, and then you can tap on phone. And you've got a few new options in here with iOS 26. So the first option is call filtering. You can move to unknown callers. Missed calls and voicemails from unsaved numbers will be silenced and moved to the unknown callers list. So you can tap that on, and that's really cool. So another option that's brand new to iOS 26 is screen incoming calls. You can tap screen incoming calls, and anytime someone calls you from an unknown number, they'll be asked to provide more information before your phone rings. So if an unknown number calls, it's not going to ring your phone. The iPhone assistant will be like, hey, what are you calling for? And that person will be like, I'd like to reach this person to talk about X. And then it'll pass that message along to you. You'll be able to read it and hear it, and then answer the phone call if you want to talk to that person. So they have created a call waiting and call screening in iOS 26, which is going to help out a lot of people with spam calls, because you'll get 5 to 10 spam calls a day, and it's very hectic and very painful to get. And now with this brand new feature in iOS 26, screen incoming calls, you can now flip that on, and anytime someone calls from an unknown number, the assistant, the AI, will ask them specifically what they're calling for. They'll pass that message along to you, and then you can choose whether you want to accept that phone call or not. So really cool software features that they've added to the all-new phone application that they've completely redesigned from the ground up. So FaceTime has been redesigned, the phone app has been redesigned. They've added some AI features like call screening to the iOS 26 features here. So you're going to get a brand new iPhone once you update to iOS 26 with all the AI such as call waiting and call screening and this new redesigned interface that they've created here. So super cool that they've created all of these cool features here in iOS 26. Now, here's the next thing I'm going to show you. The next thing I'm going to show you, a few years ago they introduced dark mode, and then last year they came out with dark mode icons. Well, this year they introduced a clear mode or a light mode. So all you have to do to activate this is hold down on an icon until it starts to jiggle, and then you can go up here to the edit section. You can press this edit button. I accidentally pressed the empty space. So I'm going to hold down, I'm going to press edit screen, and then I'm going to press edit at the very top, and then I'm going to press customize. And at the very bottom here, a new section comes up, and there's a brand new clear mode. So by default, it shows the icons with color. You can switch it over to dark mode, which is my personal favorite. But then this brand new mode in iOS 26 is called clear. This is what it looks like. It's a brand new mode in iOS 26 that turns everything in the operating system clear. So instead of having a dark mode, you have a clear mode. It's light, it's reflective, it looks like glass, and it is beautiful. Me personally though, I think I'm gonna stick with the dark mode, but it is a brand new clear feature for those that want this new design. So if you want to save this, you can go ahead and tap out of this phase here, and then you can scroll around and you can look at all of your icons in this beautiful new clear mode, which is very similar. It's like the opposite of dark mode. And then it matches perfectly when you look at things like Control Center and you see all the clear glass icons, just like you have clear icons on your screen now. So it's really cool that it looks great. It makes things a lot different, and I didn't think that we're going to get an update to the new version of icons in iOS 26, but we do. And the best part is Apple has even introduced a dedicated app for app developers to make their icons work with clear mode and to work with dark mode and this new liquid glass design interface that they've created. So we're going to get a lot of cool new updates from the new operating system here for the iPhone, and this is just the start. So clear mode, you can see how it turns all of your icons into a beautiful, gorgeous clear mode. It looks like they're pieces of glass laying onto your phone, and that's one of the coolest features that they've introduced right here inside of iOS 26. So another cool thing that they've done is the lock screen. The lock screen is way more vibrant. To modify your lock screen, all you have to do is just tap on it like this. You hold down, and then this new interface pops up, and then you hit customize. And now here, we can come over to our time, and here's my favorite feature with the new lock screen. You can drag the time down all the way to the bottom, and then you can go, if you want, you can make it halfway, or you can keep it at the original spot. So you can make this time look really fantastic on your home screen. You can make it the star of the show here. You can add widgets to the very bottom. You can modify the different control center widgets that you typically would have, or the lock screen widgets, I should say. So we can add things like the alarm clock or the weather or the calendar. And now we have widgets there on the screen, and they show up at the very bottom here. We've got things like the depth effect, whether we want that on or off, and then we've got things like the appearance, like a light mode or a dark mode based off that, and we can have it on automatic where it happens automatically depending on the time of the day. So it's really cool that we can come in here and modify these controls just like that. So all you have to do again is just go to your lock screen, and you tap on your lock screen, you wake your phone up, you hold down as long. Now your phone has to be unlocked, so we'll unlock it with Face ID. So we'll hold down and then we'll press this customize button one more time, and then we can customize the different options that we have right here. So super cool that we can come in here and make these modifications to the items that are on the lock screen. So another thing we can do is we can add multiple lock screens. So we can come over here, we can add another lock screen over here. We can go to photos. So I'd like to see, say we go to photos and add in a photo. Let's go to all photos. We can add in this photo right here of the display. And now you see how the time is now behind me? Isn't that so cool? I'm gonna go ahead and add that to the screen. We'll set as a wallpaper pair. And now when I'm looking at the time here, it's behind my image. So it uses the depth effect to allow it to modify the time. And then this is what it looks like when the screen locks. And when you unlock, it hides the time right there behind the person. So super cool option that we have here. And then of course the modify, you have to unlock the phone. We'll unlock it with Face ID because I held down on the lock screen, and we can take it back to the original just like that. So the lock screen has been completely redesigned from the ground up, allowing the time to be hidden behind elements and things on the wallpaper, allowing a light mode, allowing different widgets to be placed at various different places based off the time. So really cool features that they've got right here in iOS 26. So more vibrant lock screen for you to be able to personalize it, make it look like you, and make it more personal to your ideal needs. Another cool thing that they've implemented here into iOS 26 is a better visual search. So we go to something like TechCrunch and we scroll down and we think of something, say I want to find more about NVIDIA. I can go ahead and take a screenshot of this, and then I can go ahead and circle NVIDIA, and it will use Apple Intelligence. I can just swipe up, and then it's using Google. It wants me to accept Google's terms of service and privacy. I'll go ahead and hit continue. And then just like that, I was able to circle the search essentially, which has been on Android for a minute. But now it's here in Visual Intelligence on the iPhone. So Apple built it right into Visual Intelligence. You can just take a screenshot of something and then you can circle it and see more options from it from Google. So we can swipe this down here. Say we want to find out more about the Cybertruck. We can circle the Cybertruck after we take a screenshot of it. And then we can swipe up to see the results for the Cybertruck. And just like that, it brings us back to the article where we saw this at. So really cool that you can circle the search in Visual Intelligence now. That's one of the brand new features that they've implemented. They've redesigned this whole screenshot section. You can do a full page of a product now, which is really cool. No more taking multiple screenshots. It can just take the screenshot of the entire page without you having to stitch it together later in the software, which is super cool. You can come over here. You can ask it questions with ChatGPT. You'll have to enable it and accept ChatGPT's terms of use. So we'll go ahead and say now we'll enable ChatGPT. And now you can follow up and say, what's the highlight of the Tesla story? And then you can send this off to ChatGPT. It'll look at the image and now it tells you just like that. The highlight of the Tesla story is that the GMC Hummer EV outsold the Tesla Cybertruck in the last quarter, indicating a notable shift in electric vehicle sales dynamics. So you can ask follow-up questions to ChatGPT. You can do an image search just like that, get results from Google across the whole set without circling the search. You can share it with other people, and then the share card pops up, and you can go ahead and share that with as many people as you want to. And then you've got your traditional tools where you can mark up and change all the different text and stuff that you want to. So if you want to draw on this, you just tap the markup and you can mark it up just like that. So we'll go ahead and hit the save button. We'll save this to photos and we're good to go. Today we're going to be checking out Surfshark for our lovely promotion where you can get an incredible VPN for about $2.19 for their 24-month promotion. I'm going to go ahead and download this onto our phone and show you the setup process, but you can use the QR code on screen to take advantage of this deal and get access to Surfshark's virtual private network. You can secure your online browsing. It uses protection and hides your IP address, and you can get all kinds of great features to make sure that you stay secure when you're using the internet. And you can go to appfind.org/Surfshark or use the QR code on screen to take advantage of the deal that we have, the promotion that allows you to get Surfshark for 24 months at just $2.19. So let's go ahead. This app is almost downloaded, and I'll show you what it's like to set it up on your brand new iPhone. So this is definitely one of the first things I do when I get my new iPhone. I log in, I set up my virtual private network so I stay secure, whether I'm browsing at home on Wi-Fi or whether I'm on the go on someone else's Wi-Fi network or on 5G. When I have Surfshark enabled, I'm safe and it's fast and it's reliable. So I'm going to go ahead and open this application up. After you've clicked the link in the chat or in the description below, the Surfshark, the appfind.org/Surfshark, or you scan the QR code on the screen and sign up, you'll be able to download the app onto your phone. And then here it's got two options: to create an account or log in. You would have most likely already created an account when you've redeemed the promotion on the QR code or on the link in the description. So you would hit the login button and it asks you to continue with Google, Apple, or your username and password that you set up originally. After you have successfully logged in, this is what it will look like on your screen on your brand new iPhone 16. Now you may be wondering, what do you do? So what it's recommending is you to connect to a virtual private network in a certain location. Now your IP address can be from almost anywhere around the world that they have service. You can scroll down and it looks like I tapped on one. I tapped on one, and it instantly opens it up and tells me more about that. So I highly recommend picking something that's local or nearby, because what will happen is when you're using your virtual private network, websites will kind of detect your location, and if it detects that you're very far away from where you actually live, sometimes it may not let you log in, or it may block you because you wouldn't want someone logging into your account that's not actually you. So sometimes it can be very challenging to get around certain things like that. One of my favorite features is the multi-hop. This way you can have secure connections from multiple directions, and I can scroll down, I can select something like we've got United States and Canada, United States, New York, and Canada, Toronto. We can tap on the multi-hop, and it will need permission in order for us to get started with the VPN. So let's go ahead and authorize the Surfshark and get permission. We'll hit the continue button at the very bottom, and now it's going to ask us, Surfshark would like to add VPN configurations. Since we do want our VPN to be connected, we'll press this allow button right here, and then it will take us to our settings where we'll have to enter our passcode. So I'm going to enter our passcode off camera here just to stay secure, and then it will take us back to the app and it will start connecting. And I'm going to hide my IP address at the top right here, but this is what it looks like. In the top right, your IP address pops up, and then it says connected and safe, and then it shows you your connection time. And then at the very bottom, you can see in the bottom left here, you've got the country that you're connected with, US, New York, and then you've got it via Toronto, Canada. So then you can press disconnect at the very bottom. You can pause it on the right. I'm going to swipe down so my IP address goes away. So you can always disconnect at the very bottom. You can pause it right here, or you can scroll and search for another location that you want. So you've got multiple locations here at the top, and you can select whichever location that you want to connect through to keep your data secure. So this is Surfshark, and it's our lovely promotion that we've got going on right now. You can scan the code on the screen, or you can go to appfind.org/Surfshark to take advantage of our incredible offer. And I hope you enjoyed the virtual private network and it keeps you secure. This is one of my favorite products that I use every single day to stay secure on the internet. And we can swipe up just like that. So we've taken a look at the new visual intelligence on iOS 26, where you can screenshot and circle to search something on Google, which is really cool. They've introduced a new mode here in the Playground app. So if we open up Playground, Playground is their generative AI image tool, where you can come over here and use your imagination. You can personalize an image and more. So you can do tons of cool features on here. So you can come over here and describe an image, and it lets you mix emojis and descriptions. So we can say cyber, I don't know if it'll get, we'll do cyber truck and see what happens here. We can tap over here with personal. We can add in a starting point, choose a reference photo, customize appearance. We can choose another photo that we've done in the past. Let's use this AI photo of me. And we can reset the appearance. So it doesn't appear to be working there. We'll go ahead and exit out of that. We'll just, it's already set on me, so we're good to go. So we can give it a like, we can decline it, we can say it didn't work out well. So they've made it where you can come in here and play around with the emojis. You can mix emojis and descriptions together. So we can come over here and say birthday. And then we can add in expressions such as playful. We can add in a costume like an artist and an astronaut. So you can come over here and you can continue adding in different things. So this is super cool. And then I'll go ahead and add in me there. So I've added in multiple things, including emojis and different suggestions that they've had. And this is what it comes up with after mixing all that in. So it looks like my eye is a little messed up there. But it uses generative AI. You can come in here, you can make fun emojis and fun expressions using all of these different suggestions that they have in the image playground, which is really cool. Another really powerful thing that they have implemented is inside of the Shortcuts app. The Shortcuts app is what allows you to make automations. So you can come over here and you can add a brand new automation that does various things on your computer. So we can come down and say something like, let's say, open an app. And then we'll keep it simple. We can say, open the calculator app. So you can come over here and make as many automations as you want. And then you can go ahead and add this to the home screen, or you can share it, or you can tap on it and it will do various things. We can search different actions, and I'm going to search for model. So they've introduced a brand new model for the Shortcuts interface that says you can use the cloud, on device, or ChatGPT. And then you can basically tell that model what to do. And it uses, when it's on device, it uses a local model. And you can select variables, you can add in different projects here. And as a Shortcuts user, you can make your own shortcuts that tap into the latest models from Apple Intelligence to make decisions for you within your automations. So this is a really cool feature that they've implemented right here inside of the new Shortcuts app that you can check out today. And of course, we can go over to the gallery and we can see some of the models that they have. I'm curious, I don't know if they've updated this for iOS 26 yet, so I don't see any models in here. But essentially you'll be able to build out your own shortcut models using context from the Apple Intelligence models. Your Shortcuts workflows will be able to incorporate that into your software. In iOS 26, you can check out the new Shortcuts app and embed the local Apple Intelligence models right into your Shortcuts, which is really cool. So next up, I want to share with you how you can use polls in iMessage. So if you go to Messages and you go to a message here, you can go over here and press this plus button, and there's a brand new app in iMessage that allows you to make a poll. You can say, things like, what are your favorite colors? Blue, green, red. So you can make as many choices as you want, and you can send this poll within the iMessage thread just like that. Now this is perfect if you're doing a group chat and you want to find out, the best restaurant to go to, or what you want to do. And it's really cool because that person can respond and they can say their favorite color, and then it updates on our end here. So just like that, I can say what my favorite color is, and then it updates on the other end here. So super cool that we can come over here and that person can select all three of them if they want. And it just updates like that. So you've got polls within iMessage, which is really cool. So you'll be able to use this in individual chats or group chats. Another cool thing that you can do in iMessage is go over here to the background. So backgrounds. You can come over here and you can change the background of an image or of an iMessage thread. So we can come over here, we can change the background to the or here, and then we can check it off. And now when we go to the thread, we have changed the background just like that, which is really cool. So you can just instantly change the background of any iMessage thread just like that. It's great for group chats. It's great for individual threads. So you can just always update the background and make it look really cool. So super cool that we have that just like that. So they've made a few improvements there to iMessage between the background, changing the background of any thread that you're in, or changing the interface by creating a poll and allowing people to vote on different options that you have. So another cool thing that they've added to Apple Maps, I'm not going to demo it just to protect my privacy, but it's within the Maps app. And within the Maps app, you can now have visited places. So the iPhone will remember when you went to a place, and it will log it in your Maps app, and you'll be able to revisit where you went in the past. So that's really cool. And then a second option is preferred routes. The iPhone will remember like kind of where you go, whether it's to the office or to the gym or to the next city, and it'll give you a preferred route. Like if you're, leaving the office, it'll be like, how about you take this route home, or how about you go to this place next, or you usually go to the bar after this event, how about you do this? So the preferred maps is really cool, or the preferred routes as they call it. So that's going to be in the Maps app, and we'll be able to demo that personally on your phone to protect your privacy and to protect mine, which is really cool. For those that have Apple Music, there's a brand new feature called Auto Mix, which will fade the song between the one that you listen to and the one that is up next, which is really cool. And then you can also have live lyrics translation. So if the song is in a different language, it'll translate that song for you to that different language. So that's really cool. And then another cool thing coming to Wallet is we'll go ahead and allow notifications. Coming to Wallet is your passport digital ID. So we have state IDs in certain states here in the United States, but coming soon you'll be able to do your own passport ID wallet, which is really cool. And now you'll also notice this brand new icon for the Games app. They've introduced a brand new Games app. Apple is taking gaming very seriously now, especially with their new Metal 4 and their APIs that they have for video games. So you can go ahead and press continue. This is like the third or fourth time they've redesigned the Games app, but you get set up here and you've got this brand new interface. So you can add friends to games. You can come over here, you can see top played games. You can browse categories and more. So arcade, you can see all the Apple Arcade games that integrate with this. You can play with other friends, and then you can go to your library and find out other games that you have downloaded or played with. So really cool that you can come in here and see all of this in the brand new Games app, and that kind of summarizes all of the cool new features that they've implemented here inside of iOS 26. And keep in mind, we're only about 4 or 5 weeks here in since they've unveiled all of these new features. So more is going to be able to come over the next couple of weeks as they iterate. This is not the final version of iOS 26. They're going to add new features, they're going to remove features, so some of these features may be changed by the time it ships to the public, but this is what we have with Beta 3 in the current situation that we have right now, and that's super exciting because some of these features are going to be really helpful once they get rolled out to the rest of the public. So the public beta is coming out soon. You can stay tuned to developer.apple.com to see how you can get access to the public beta and give Apple some feedback on there. And if you're not subscribed to our newsletter, go to appfind.ai to subscribe to our newsletter, where you can get the latest complete beginner guides every week in your inbox. You'll get tutorials straight from, including these videos that we make on future technology guides, and written tutorials on how to access these consumer electronic products and apps
and it's really neat. So go to appfind.ai to sign up today, and you can use the AppFind Complete Beginner's Guide strategies in your email inbox to get the latest technology, apps, software, and AI tools and products.
And if you enjoyed this video, be sure to smash that like button and let us know what your favorite iOS 26 feature is in the comments below. And if you're not subscribed, be sure to subscribe so you can figure out when we release our next technology video. We enjoyed making this one for you, and we'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.